An eerie elevator, an unsuspecting woman alone, and a CCTV camera that captured way more than just an occupant waiting to arrive on her floor. That's what made this elevator ride one like you've never seen. What began as a routine elevator ride turned creepy pretty quickly. It skipped floors and ignored her stop, plunging seemingly endlessly. Panic sets in as her calls for help went unanswered, with no signal. And just when doom seemed certain, it stopped on an unfamiliar, pitch-black floor. She was never seen again. There are a few details that make this video a lot creepier. Not just the fact that it reminds us of the creepy surveillance videos of Elisa's last moments in the Cecil Hotel, but also the way the footage started glitching, with people entering the elevator when the doors were closed, in a way that makes our minds jump straight to the theories surrounding parallel universes. But also the fact that when it was going up, we see a creepy face on one of the floors, and a yellow floor very similar to those in the back rooms. Sure, this is probably the project from a very talented student of the 7th art, but what if it isn't? Do you believe the possibility of portals between alternate universes? Let us know.
while capturing the lovely moments of her child's recovery in the pediatric ward. This mother never expected to catch something so unsettling in the backdrop, but she accidentally filmed what might prove some kids have more than just an imaginary friend. Take a look.
Oh, hello. Very gorgeous.
What in the fresh hell was that? What looks like the shadow figure of a child can be seen sprinting past a doorway, leaving more questions than answers. Was that a ghostly apparition in a rush? The speed is creepy enough, let alone the pure black nature of the entity. Here's where it gets even more chilling though. The footage was shot during the hours when only medical staff were present. The hallway should be empty with no one running around, especially not a child. And it's no secret that pediatric wards in hospitals are often whispered to be hubs of paranormal activity. So, was it just a trick of the light? Or something far more sinister? We'll leave this one up to you to decide.
Imagine working as a security guard, regularly checking the CCTV cameras even if everything seems peaceful and quiet. When around 3 AM you get a notification of movement upstairs, only to find something that sends chills down your spine, like this.
The f is this, man?
A mysterious figure can be seen on camera wandering the empty workplace at stupid o'clock. Even the janitors weren't supposed to be in sight at that hour. But after checking the area, it was empty. Viewers jumped straight to the comments saying how it truly looks like a ghostly figure, fading in and out as it moved. And the fact that it was captured by CCTV during the eerie silence of the early morning with no one else around, only one security guard to witness it, makes this footage even creepier. Taking the guy's word for it and assuming no one was really there at the time, how can you explain this one? A great piece of video editing? Or something far more sinister lurking in the shadows? The true answer remains hidden, leaving us with a chilling sense of uncertainty. Found a scary video you'd like us to feature? Send us the link on Facebook, Twitter or Instagram at GoosePimplesYT. Also, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon to get a notification for all our new scary compilations.
When your dog starts barking in the middle of the night, your mind tends to jump to the worst of the worst. But what do you do when instead of the threat of a home invasion, there is nothing at all? Or so it seems. That's precisely what happened to this family, except they checked their home security cameras later on and saw exactly what their dog was barking at. Take a look. What looks like a pair of legs without a torso seems to be dashing across the street. Usually, when this type of figure is captured on CCTV cameras, the image quality is really poor, but in this case, everything seems so clear apart from the strange runner. Without getting into too many boring details, most CCTV cameras have limited amounts of storage per frame, so to save space, the camera would essentially merge elements of the video. But there's something particularly eerie about this one. If this clip was just a person running past a house, could a CCTV camera with such great quality cut off their body and only include their legs where the significant movement was? Or did the headless horseman lose his horse and his torso?
A seemingly innocent dance party between father and son takes a creepy turn when a shadow figure appears out of nowhere. Take a look.
Dan, look at Liza, go like this. Liza, hey, like this. Liza, look at, hey, Your lights go like this. Were you dancing to some Green Day?
Who or what is this mysterious shadow figure? The scariest thing is that this kid looked directly at the strange cloaked figure and didn't seem fazed. While that means that it could have been a friend or even a sibling who stood in the right place at the right time, why would a child be wandering around the house in a black cloak? And why would there be no interaction at all? It could have been a planned and scripted video, but kids are known to be difficult to manage in videos like this. There's no background information for this video either, so we couldn't do any further research. What's your take on this strange footage? Just the usual kid casually wearing their satanic ritual attire, or what? Let us know your take on this one.
This next scary video might leave you double checking all your fun night out videos. These ladies were having a blast, singing their hearts out and recording a TikTok to remember. But little did they know, they weren't the only ones wanting to be in the spotlight. Keep those eyes peeled, especially on the top right hand corner. Bet you missed it, didn't you? Look closely. Just as the party's in full swing, a ghostly face decides to photobomb, lurking right behind one of the women. She even flings herself around, almost as if she felt it. But here's where things get murky. With no other witnesses or videos to back up this eerie appearance, how do we know it's not just someone in a costume? Could have been a Halloween-themed night out and that was just a staff member for all we know. But what's your take? A genuine ghostly gatecrasher, or a complete misunderstanding? Let us know what you think.
These kids were having a music class with a boy playing his guitar, but it wasn't until a weird clip taken by a proud parent was replayed that they began to question what else could be lurking around. Take a look. How creepy. As the boy played the guitar, a mysterious third hand was seen trying to play it too. We can't see if there's any kid behind him, but the hand certainly looks like it belongs to an adult. However, an adult wouldn't be able to hide easily behind him. So what's really happening here? Any idea?
A simple outdoor fun time soon turned into a chilling encounter when this couple, out in Utah, found something in a cave and quickly brought out their phones to record it. What could they have possibly found? Let's find out.
Should we go up there? I don't hear it anymore. I'll be doing this. Yeah, I don't see anything. Go. What the
Drawn by an unsettling sound echoing from the cave's depths, they ventured closer, and then, from the shadows, a creepy humanoid silhouette began to emerge. Real cryptid sighting, or a nifty bit of video fakery? You decide.
Sometimes, all you want to do is chill in the local park or go for a walk in the woods and reconnect with Mother Nature. But what happens when Mother Nature has other plans for you? Plans that are more on the paranormal spectrum. That's exactly what happened to this Brazilian girl who found a stunning waterfall while hiking. she decided to pull out her phone and record a video for a family member. Little did she know she was about to capture something so bizarre on camera. Take a look.
Domingo, curtindo uma cachoeira em Leeds, Rio de Janeiro. Reparem o visual na mata. Agora o melhor de tudo é essa queda d'água. Muita água. Muita força. Uhul! Ih, caraca! Uma coisa ali. Caraca, apareceu um cara ali no meio da água. Mozinho! Mozinho, você viu o cara no meio da água? Caraca! Ali, mozinho!
What on earth? What looks like a humanoid figure can be seen emerging from the waterfall and starts acting weirdly, only to quickly hide again. And it gets even freakier when we slow down the footage. Commenters jump straight to the paranormal conclusion, and, to be fair, what would someone be doing under a waterfall? Even if there was a cave under it, why did they act like they had something to hide? Could it be a ghostly apparition of someone who fell victim to the water's fury? Or someone doing something very shady, like hiding a body or worse? Let us know what you think about this one.
What do you do when your late night carpool karaoke session is interrupted by strange shadows lurking just outside the corners of your eyes? These guys seem to shrug it off and carry on grooving, but when they watch the video back, they realise their camera captured something truly bizarre. Let's watch. Bet you missed it, didn't you? Watch closely. At first, it's easy to assume it could be just someone running near the road. But why did it seem to vanish into thin air? And why did it look so pale? Plus, it sprinted out of the pitch black, seemingly without a torch, so did it have night vision? Something about it just looks really off, doesn't it? The figure itself is human in shape, but could it be residual energy showing a never-ending loop of a ghostly apparition who once had the misfortune of running into an ongoing vehicle? Or could it be something a little less unexplainable? Let us know your thoughts.
When this girl noticed something moving under her blanket, things took a mysterious turn, but she never expected to witness something so weird. Let's uncover it. Viewers were a little suspicious at first, so they asked her to try and grab the anomaly head on, and she gave it a go. But there is nothing there. We can't see anything alluding to fakery. The footage is clear as day, and there are no strings to be seen, or any signs of jump cuts, or even masking software slip-ups. But the one thing the original poster was frank about is the fact that there were 2 fans pointed at the bed that were switched on in the video. One on the ceiling and one at the side of the room. And she is also adamant that the video was not edited in any way.
Feel free to believe me or not, but this is not like a video edit. This is not a toy under the bed or like a blow dryer under the bed. There are 2 fans that are blowing, not trying to hide anything. But like I screamed the first time I saw this. My boyfriend threw his phone.
So what the hell could this be? She seems to believe this could be a ghost mouse. Or could it be the work of some kind of poltergeist? But some commenters mentioned it could also be an air pocket formed by the fans, although it's equally unlikely considering how small the bump is and the way it keeps moving in different directions under the blanket. No idea what's going on here. Can you explain this one? Let us know.
Ever walked past a park late at night and felt like you weren't the only one wandering? Well, these videos might just prove that feeling right. First up, Kevin's video from August 27th, 2023.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
A heavy workout machine in the park seems to be moving as if someone's using it. But there's no one anywhere near it, and unless there was one powerful hurricane, which we know that there wasn't, the wind wouldn't have been able to move it like that. The only way we thought that this could have been faked was by pulling fishing wire over one of the tree branches, but even then, surely the wire would break with the friction. And this is not the only strange video involving park equipment. Watch this one until the end because the way it stops is truly bizarre. A lone swing in a kid's park swaying back and forth? Fair enough. But then it stops dead in its tracks. No wind, no push, just an abrupt halt. Perhaps a ghost child wants you to push them. Now I know what you're thinking, swings can move on their own in some cases. Maybe it's off balance or the wind just gave it a nudge. But the sudden stop, that does not seem natural. But maybe that's just us. What do you reckon? Are these parks haunted by playful spirits, or is there a logical explanation that we're missing? As always, we're eager to hear your thoughts. Let us know.
Night outs in nature can be all fun and games as you watch the stars travel and how the clouds migrate. But what happens when you get a little more than you signed up for? These guys were out at night in the wild filming the night sky until they noticed a light source too close to be the stars. Take a look. Someone or something decides to join the party. No idea if it's an animal, a cryptid, or just one of their buddies, but the goddamn creepy bastard might have won every Halloween competition in Turkey. Did you also notice the creepy horns? Can't really tell if it's just feasted on some souls or if it was practicing for the next Tenacious D movie. Well, tell us what you think in the comments then.
Buzz has been swirling for decades around the paranormal community, and it's all thanks to this spine-chilling CCTV footage no one yet can explain. A true classic. Take a look. As they stood outside, something pulled one of them, only to later toss him like a rag doll back into the bar. Was this the wrath of a vengeful spirit? Or just some clever video trickery? In our honest opinion, this one is way too good to be true. It must have been a scene from a horror movie, but who knows? It sure as hell is creepy.
Imagine passing by an amusement park after hours when everything is quiet, and suddenly this happens. These girls claim they heard the ride starting all of a sudden and went to check it out. But when they started recording it in disbelief, as the ride came down, their camera captured what looked like a ghostly apparition vanishing into thin air. How creepy. If this video is raw and unedited, it's got to be one of the hardest to explain. A glass in front of the ride reflecting something else? Doubt it. An illusion caused by lighting reflections? Meh. Could it really be a ghostly apparition? What do you think they captured that night? Let us know in the comments.
The following clip might make you reconsider that camping trip you had planned. If you've ever seen the Blair Witch Project, you'll know that you should probably take caution in the middle of the woods at night. These guys, however, just ran in all guns blazing. After sharing a smoke and setting up a campfire, they decide the best way to tender the camping experience was to go and investigate their surroundings, which led them finding some suspicious stuff, to say the least.
Urbexu, nie demoluj. Panowie, można walić wiadro. I to takie bez dna, ono się nie skończy. Dobra, cavemana. Przyjemnie. Na granicy zawalenia. O kurwa!
Mi się udawać zawalenie.
Tam jest jakaś stodoła.
Nie wiem, czy tam się da wejść.
Ja nawet bym
tu kłódka jest kłódka jest założona. Pizdu.
Śmierdzi gównem to chuj. Co to jest?
Nie wiem.
A, dobra, nie. Ty, czerwony.
Chyba na tym jest krew.
Oświeć. Ale... O nie, dobra.
They felt a little uneasy because of the strange trinkets lying around, but they never expected to find this waiting for them in the next building.
Kurwa, nie ma.
Nie ma nic.
Who the hell was that? Whatever it was, it seemed to be hanging upside down like a bloody vampire. While you can argue that the lack of more visuals is a clear cop-out and that the audio could have been added during editing, the group's reaction seems pretty genuine. There are some comments on the video suggesting that this was an amateur short film, and there are some signs, such as the editing style being very found footage horror style, and the video itself is a complete 180 from any other content on this dude's YouTube channel. He usually posts short parkour content, but after a 1 year break, he comes out with this. What's the verdict though? Do you think this was some kind of film project, or are all the urban legends about the depths of the woods true? Let us know what you think in the comments.
Imagine going out at night for some peaceful family time, only for things to take a chilling turn when you check your camera and realise your family were never alone. That's exactly what happened to this family when their camera footage revealed the terrifying sight. Take a look.
No bajes los pies.
Who the hell is creeping around behind them? If you didn't spot it at first, right at the brink of the trees behind the family, there is a pale, washed out figure squatting just out of sight. No one noticed it at the time though, so that could be anything. Some commenters said it could be a homeless person who happened to be in the right place at the right time. To be fair, it did look like someone looking for something they lost. But could it be a cryptid getting ready to pounce, who then decided against it only to disappear into the trees? Or was it a ghost patiently awaiting their turn on the swing? Paleness is one thing, but being near stark white all over is just plain creepy. Unless it's their cousin, Creepy Craig, trying his new kinky white morph suit.
Ever notice your cat staring at something you can't see? In the creepy video you're about to watch, the uploader was left stunned, not just by his cat's odd behaviour, but by something else that he still can't quite believe he caught on camera. Take a look. All seems calm, right? But wait for it. Out from the shadows, beneath that curtain, did you see it? A ghostly kitty making a surprise appearance. Now we're all for ghostly apparitions over here, but how did this one vanish into thin air? It's almost like it's emerging from the floor without touching the tiny gap on the curtain, only to retreat back down into the floor again a few seconds later. At the end, we can't see that gap in the curtains, so maybe it stayed still and well camouflaged on the floor with its eyes closed, just in the right place. Or did we just meet the real-life Cheshire Cat? With so many ways to twist and tweak videos these days, it's really hard to tell. But we've watched it over and over and we are still baffled. That's where you come in though. Real ghostly encounter or poor camera quality? Jump into the comments section and let's crack this mystery open together.
The pool is where you go to cool off. This kid got a different kind of chills after noticing what his camera caught one day. This is what he captured. Bet you missed it, didn't you? Let's slow it down. Who in the fresh hell is that? Can you see the hand underneath the pool cover? Could this be an editing trick, or the residual haunting of a tragic past? Well, this was certainly not the first time something weird was captured in a pool. Take a look at this one. Now, that's funny. And creepy. and perhaps a little bit staged? But whether it's real or fake, can you just imagine seeing something like this with your own eyes? What would you even do? Actually, stupid question. You'd put it on TikTok, of course.
Nature walks can be therapeutic, but sometimes curiosity can lead you down a chilling path. That's exactly what happened when this hunter in Norway decided to explore an old cabin with his GoPro. This is what he captured.
Gamle driten her. Faen, ass.
As he delved deeper, a sight in the ceiling sent him running for his spare brown pants. What a creepy dude that was. To be fair, he asked for it when he didn't leave after finding the place still had electricity and furniture. Couldn't he tell someone might still live there? We can't put this one down to paranormal, not enough backstory, so for all we know, it could just be a homeless person. One thing's for sure though, that hunter will never step inside another cabin in the woods.
Imagine going for a hike alone and realizing you're not as alone as you think. Just like this guy, who felt like someone was watching him, but as it turns out, he was right. At first, it looks like a stalker watching him from behind the tree, but as he got closer to find out who, he was utterly shell-shocked to see a pure black figure with no facial features whatsoever. Creepy for sure, but there's so much to unpack here. First, why is it always captured on the worst quality cameras ever? It makes it a lot easier to hide signs of fakery, that's for sure. Secondly, did you see how thin that tree was? How did that big ass shadow blob manage to completely hide itself behind it? And why the hell did this dude see someone stalking him and instead of running away, start breathing heavily and get closer to it? So many questions. Reckon this is another one for the fake pile? Let us know your thoughts.
The following scary video was captured at stupid o'clock in the woods near Flassy, France, when a group of friends decided to set up a campfire and crack open a few cold ones. They were all a bit tipsy when the two girls of the group spotted what they initially assumed to be a dog. Little did they know, that was the day everyone would witness a close encounter with their worst nightmare. Take a look.
Vous avez vu un truc encore bouger?
Bon, toi là.
Il y a un truc là-bas?
Il y a un truc derrière là.
Attendez. Minou, 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 j'ai trouvé ta mère.
Putain!
Putain. Il est mignon le chat.
Ouais, il est un peu gros le chat, j'aime pas ça. Je vais me barrer. Oh, non?
Bah, y a un... Bon,
Non, pédophile de gueule.
Pourquoi t'as laissé tomber la torche?
Pour éclairer, putain.
Attends, je vais filmer sa mère.
What fresh hell is that? Did you see the long ass fingers? No wonder the girl started freaking out with the way that thing was lurking behind the tree. The video ends abruptly, so no idea what happened after that, but we could hear the distress in their voices at the very end. The quality makes it quite difficult to get any defining features of the uninvited guests. But what we can see is the oversized head, large dark eyes, and a long, bony hand. With that said, we came up with a few theories. First, on the skeptical side, it could be one of their friends in a costume, or maybe some creepy CGI. The obvious signs that come with it would be hidden by the poor video quality after all. But what if this video is real, and that was a creepy dude in the woods, watching them and waiting for the right moment to do whatever the hell creepy dudes like to do at stupid o'clock? Heck, could they have somehow managed to catch a real life cryptid on camera? Analysing their reactions and the creepy humanoid figure, which one do you think happened here?
When the floor beneath you becomes your biggest enemy, you know you're in for a wild shift. Watch this kitchen worker's eerie encounter with the unseen. What the hell happened there? Did a phantom run out and whip his legs from underneath him? Now this one truly left us scratching our heads. The only possible explanation that we could come up with is that the greasy floor caused an accident that, because of the camera angle, gave the illusion that some sort of invisible force grabbed his legs up. But it really looks like his feet lift off the floor, doesn't it? Now that's creepy. What do you think happened here? Leave a comment below.
Baby monitors are meant to give parents peace of mind at stupid o'clock, but for Erica Danielle, it became source of a midnight mystery. She uploaded footage from the baby monitor when her husband was changing the baby who was sleeping peacefully. All was calm and quiet until the little one jerks awake, panic written all over their face. As the dad rushes over to soothe them, if you look super close, you can see a small orb zipping away from the cot. For those who have seen their fair share of ghostly encounters, this orb might seem like a familiar sign. These little balls of light have often been linked to spirits or otherworldly energies. Could it be that the baby sensed something we couldn't? A presence, perhaps? The timing here is crucial. We see a flashing orb approaching, the baby is startled by it, and when the dad reaches out, the orb flies away. Skeptics would argue it's just a speck of dust or a pesky insect caught in the camera's glare. Could the baby have been awoken by the dad making some noise? We know he's in the room because he could see his feet as he crawled away from the crib. What's your take though? A genuine brush with the paranormal? Or did dad tell his wife that a ghost woke the baby so he didn't get into too much trouble? As always, we're all ears for your theories. Let's unravel this together.
The government's recent admission about UAP sightings sent conspiracy theories into overdrive, but this time we found a baffling clip that's bound to leave you scratching your head. After noticing birds acting very weirdly, this couple decided to bring out their phones and start recording, but that's when something else happened. Something they would never forget. Take a look.
Checa.
¿Qué es eso, pa? Son como unos globos, ¿no? ¡A la más! ¡Qué rápido fueron!
It seems too good to be true. doesn't it? An object can be seen emerging from the stratosphere, looking like an otherworldly ship. Just as mysteriously as it had come, it quickly disappeared with lightning speed. It could be CGI though, and if that's the case, we have to give it to them for making such a great and realistic UAP video. But it would be unfair to discard their video without knowing the facts. Everything is possible after all. So, of course, we had to analyse the video further, and after slowing down the footage, we found something strange. When the flying object darted out of there at the very end of the clip, we noticed a mysterious smoke trail that appeared in a very unnatural way, almost as if it was an edited masking area that gave place to a fake UAP. Or maybe it could just be caused by the supersonic speed somehow. I guess we'll never know. But while this was caught in broad daylight, most supposed UAP sightings seem to happen at night, like the strange anomaly you're about to watch. At first, this one looks like a little bit of smoke in front of the CCTV lens, or maybe even a glitch. But did you notice how the object flies behind the trees? Could this really be? Nah, is it? Well, in Brazil, this was also captured recently.
Pessoal, tô em Atibaia e na hora que eu vi isso eu peguei o celular na mão pra mostrar. Olha aqui, ó, aqui é a Pedra Grande. O que é isso aqui, ó? Bem aqui em cima, meu Deus, deve estar na frente. Passando ali. O que é? Eu sei que não é asa delta, não é paraglider nem nada pelo tamanho, né? Estranho demais. Estranho demais. Será que é o que a gente tá pensando?
While observing the scenic view of the mountain, this man noticed something too low to be a cloud and too high to be an extension of the mountain. That's when he whipped out his phone to have it recorded. This could have also been another nifty bit of video editing, but what if it isn't? Could all these similar looking objects be proof of the unthinkable? What do you think?
It's stupid o'clock and this guy's dog won't stop barking. He comes outside to check what's going on when he finds his pets fixated on a seemingly empty space. But when he takes a closer look and zooms in, he cannot believe what his eyes are witnessing. Take a look. As the footage rolls, there appears to be a mysterious shadow lurking just behind the stairs. Without any apparent light source, it's perplexing to determine if this was merely a human shadow or something much more chilling. Could it be a cheeky edit, a trick of the light, or something more on the paranormal side? Share your thoughts in the comments.
Remember when you were a kid, fascinated by ghost stories, jumping at every opportunity to try a new paranormal game? I bet you tried everything. Bloody Mary, the elevator game, Three Kings, Ouija board, the midnight game, and so on, right?
Yeah.
Well, these girls are just like that. The only difference is, they're actually crazy enough to mess with a real-life haunted doll and decide to invoke its spirit, only if they knew what would come of it. Take a look.
Mi abuelita dice, harto miedo le tienen, apaga la luz. Mi hermano ha visto visual con sus amigos, dice que harto miedo da. No creo, ¿verdad? Apura, prende la vela, prende la vela. Catalina, Catalina, vuelve a la vida, lo que el diablo te da, el diablo te quita. Catalina, Catalina, vuelve a la vida. Lo que el diablo te da, el diablo te quita. En nombre del demonio, manifiéstate hoy, aquí y en este día. En nombre del demonio, manifiéstate hoy, aquí y en este día.
Imagine the adrenaline of seeing it responding to your summoning. Bet you'd react just like that, wouldn't you? What makes this video even creepier is the actual words they're chanting and how real their reaction seems.
Catalina, Catalina, vuelve a la vida. Lo que el diablo te da, el diablo te quita. En nombre del demonio, manifiéstate hoy, aquí y en este día. En nombre del demonio, manifiéstate hoy, aquí y en este día.
Reckon they really had a paranormal experience last night? What do you think?
Most cave videos we share here are terrifying due to claustrophobia alone, but this one has something else up its sleeve. Take a look.
Nie ma nic. Pusto, nikogo. Widzieliście to?
The original uploader is unknown, and there have been no developments or updates surrounding it at all, as it was initially uploaded on 4chan years ago. As suspicious as this all seems, including the usual red flag of bad camera quality, it seems even more unlikely that these people found a small child, dressed them up and had them wander around a cave for a good shoot. So, what the hell was that thing at the end of the tunnel? It had the stance and stature of a humanoid, but it was so far away we couldn't make out any defining features.
An early 1900s house renovation takes a terrifying turn when Rocky Mills, the builder, hears something that sets him on edge. What he finds next sent him running absolutely terrified. Take a look.
Doing this cabinet crown, and I think there's a squatter in this house. I think it's in here. Hello? 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 Anybody here? Hello? Hello? The heck is that? Hello? Who is it?
He turned his head towards one of the doors as it seemed to be inviting him inside, down towards the basement, and there was something following just behind him. Whatever the hell that was, it wasn't a squatter, but how would they have slammed the door, got down and back up the stairs to mess with the phone without giving themselves away with any shadows or footsteps? The faint scratching you can hear from the floor nearby is possibly the scariest thing about this whole clip. Everybody seems to be in unanimous agreement that this video seems authentic. We couldn't find any signs of fakery throughout the whole video, and he truly seemed to be in there alone. The front door and some windows were open, so it could be chalked up to the breeze we mentioned before, but something about this one just seems way too spooky. What do you think happened here? Let us know.
While soaring over the Salt Fork State Park in Ohio, this tricopter, which is essentially a fancy drone, was trying to record some nice eagle-eye shots. But after about 5 minutes, the camera caught something that left the uploader vowing to never step foot near that park ever again. If you look to the left-hand side of the screen right around here, you can see that amidst the greenery there's a tall, dark figure, a creature that seems to have stepped right out of folklore, lurking, watching, before vanishing from sight. Now here's a fun fact. Salt Fork isn't just any state park, it's Ohio's very own Bigfoot hotspot, with tales and sightings galore. Could this be the real deal, or just another tall tale? Before we jump to any big conclusions, let's properly analyse the footage together, which doesn't fare too well for its credibility because off the bat the footage is as blurry as a foggy morning, and let's be real, Bigfoot is known for its elusive, grainy appearances. Could it be a misidentified animal? Or maybe Bob from down the road trying out his new Halloween costume a bit early? While this clip might send shivers down your spine and flood your dreams with cryptids, remember to keep that detective hat on, because there has not yet been a credible Bigfoot sighting that doesn't look like it's been recorded on a potato. What's your take though? Genuine Bigfoot stroll, or just another blurry bluff? Share your thoughts with us down below.
Hey, here's a playlist full of creepy stuff caught on camera for you to enjoy. Don't forget to bump the like button, subscribe, and click the bell icon to avoid missing our weekly Spookfest. Thanks for watching. Stay in the dark.